Hello, everyone. We are officially live for the first episode of Backstage Pass with our DJ Rocks. I'm Jessie. Tonight I have DJ Jenny and DJ Anastasia with me. She also goes by DJ Stasia. I'm gonna ask them a bunch of questions, and then, as always, feel free to drop questions in the comments. We'll be paying attention to the live stream on both Facebook and YouTube. So let us know if you have questions for either of the DJs. We're going to start tonight with DJ Stasia. So first, Jenny, give us a little hello, and then we'll kick you out.
Hey, guys. I'm excited. I can't wait.
Yay. Okay, cool. Let's start with Stasia. Stasia, how are you doing tonight?
I am great. I am bored at home. So I'm ready to do this. I'm excited.
But you've been mixing a lot and creating a lot of new jams for us.
Yes, 100%. I have my keyboard set up. I have my mixer set up all in my room. My guitar's right here too. I've been going all out creating stuff. Just doing stuff while we're in quarantine.
That's good. Good to use this time productively and creatively. I love it. Okay, so I'm going to start with the questions that I have for you. Are you ready?
Sounds good. Yes, I'm ready.
The first one I have for you is, what is your favorite part of the wedding day?
Okay, so there's a lot of parts that get me like really emotional and that I love, but as a DJ, like I have to pick the dance floor. Like party time, after dinner, after all the formalities are done, that's my fun time on the mixer. That's when I have fun with all the guests, like that's when I really like interact with everybody as a DJ. So that's definitely party dance floor time.
I wonder if that's like maybe the favorite part for our couples too, because I feel like it's like all the stress is like done. It's like you let go, you got the hard part done, and then you can like let loose and have a good time.
100%. Yeah, and you got the alcohol, got the open bar most of the time. It's time to let loose. Yeah, for sure. That's like I said, all the formalities are done. They're already married, just ready to continue the rest of their lives, and you got to start it with a party.
I love it. Okay, what was the first CD you ever bought?
Okay, first CD. So I'm a baby, like you guys always say in the office. So my first CD was Ed Sheeran. Because Ed Sheeran he's definitely a legend. Like no matter the time, Ed Sheeran, I definitely hear Perfect in a lot of my first dances. He's released some pretty legendary stuff. So I thought that I just had to have a hard copy of his Plus CD, which was the first one that he released with A-Team and all of those songs on there that made him explode. Lego House.
I love that song.
So yeah, I got that one. I have absolutely no idea where it is now. Like I just Spotify all day now. So
I was gonna say, do you have a way to actually play that CD?
Like on my Spotify, I the device you mean?
Right, like I have no way to physically play my CDs. I realized, and I was so sad. I mean, we're only a few years apart, but obviously it makes a difference because I definitely come from a generation of actually buying physical CDs. And I realized the other day I went out and bought the new Green Day CD, and then I was like, I have nowhere to put this. My laptop doesn't play it. My car doesn't have a CD holder. Like I have nowhere to play the CD.
I know they stopped making computers with CD drives. Like they just don't anymore.
Yeah,
it's crazy. And it wasn't that long ago. It was only like, I don't know. I purchased this CD probably like 6 years ago. So they were around. Like things really changed, especially in the DJ world too. Technology's been advancing. It's pretty crazy.
That's true. Yeah. Okay. What is your favorite add-on that we offer? And obviously we have a few. We have uplights, photo booth, dancing on a cloud, CO2 cannon, snow. Which one's your favorite?
This is hard. You were just listing all of them, and I was like, that one's cool. That one's cool. That one's cool too. I think as a DJ, I'm gonna have to go with the uplights mixed with party mode. Because you can't have party mode without getting the uplights. But it really, I love our photo booths. I love all of the stuff, all of the fun stuff. But as a DJ, like the party mode with the uplights just changes everything. It changes the game, changes the whole mood of the room, everybody that's there, that's present. It just really fills it with this like party energy.
Yeah. So
So
for those that are watching who may not know what party mode is, basically, we have our up lights. We place them around the room. They can be whatever color you want them to be. They'll start at, the colors that you choose that match your wedding, set the romantic mood. And then once the dance floor gets bumping, so do the up lights. So they'll start changing colors in time to the music. And it definitely takes like the atmosphere to the next level. So I think I agree with you. Uplights in general are my favorite add-on, and then like taking it to the next level with party mode. It's perfect.
Like I honestly recommend if you're getting uplights, just add on party mode. Like you might as well. It really it's awesome.
Makes your videos look cool, makes your photos look cool. It's a good time. It's a win-win. Okay, cool. Next question. Why did you want to become a DJ?
I've always been into music since I started by playing classical piano in Russia, back in Russia when I was like 6. I first started. Then I was in a rock band when I was in high school, and then I was always into it, and I love people. I love events. So when I heard about it, I was like, this is perfect. This is literally like my dream job. This is what I want to do. So that's basically it. Sorry if I got a little deep there, but yeah,
I love it. That was so sweet, and it's still the dream, yeah.
What was that?
It's still the dream, yeah.
Oh yeah, 100% is the dream. I enjoy it every time, and it makes it even better being able to connect with couples in like a way where like it's their wedding. I'm not just DJing at clubs and stuff. It's a little bit different in that sense also, because we just get so close and it's like this personal level, and at the same time we're doing this over music. Like every time that I talk to clients, I'm talking to them about music, how music can make their day better. So it definitely is the dream. I love it.
I love it. Okay, what is the most common do not play song that your couples give you?
Okay, so this is weird. So line dances, I feel like Kristen's always like, everybody's always says line dances. So I'm not gonna say line dances because everybody already knows that. But besides line dances, I feel like the songs that get put on do not playlists are the songs that are mainstream that a lot of people like, but like certain couples, because they've heard the song so much on the radio and stuff, they're just like, listen, like we've heard this already, like this is our wedding. We want to hear stuff that's like special to us that we don't hear every day. So Can't Stop the Feeling by Justin Timberlake, like that song got overplayed a lot. So unfortunately, a lot of my couples tell me not to play it. Or like Uptown Funk also.
Yeah.
Yes.
That makes sense. And I think that's good for even people planning their wedding to hear, because obviously their automatic reaction is to think of those line dances. But then if they are at their wedding and then Uptown Funk comes on, like, and they're like, oh, I've heard this song so many times. You don't want them to have that reaction. So it's good that you kind of know that. Do you ask your couples, do you bring those up in your final meetings and be like, are you okay with stuff like this?
Yeah, 100%. I get very down into all the greedy, needy details. I ask them about everything. And I also tell them that it's really like, if they want me to be hands-on, I'll be as hands-on as they want me to be. If they want me to be hands-off, if they like want to send me all the songs for everything, I can also do that and make it work smoothly. It's really whatever they prefer. But yeah, I definitely ask them how they feel about mainstream music. That's one of the questions that we discuss.
I love it. Okay, so what do you like to do when you're not DJing?
Well, that goes kind of back to all the music stuff. I do play this guitar a lot, keyboard. I like to also go outside. I played soccer a lot back in the day. So I still like to do that sometimes. I love nature. So, I mean, I just like to go for walks sometimes. Movies are fun too. But most of the time I'm just doing music, to be honest. Just mixing or playing keyboard, just making covers, whatever.
I love it. I love it. Okay. What are some of your favorite venues to work at?
Okay, there's a lot. There's a lot of venues. The two venues that I'm at all the time that I gotta say I love because of the venue itself, obviously, they're both beautiful, and also because of all the people that work there, just the vendors that I've worked there and the staff that works at the actual venue. And then the third kind of like category that I'm judging it on is the flow kind of how things are based in the whole venue, where it goes from ceremony to cocktail hour to dinner, and it's all very organized. It feels good to the guests. They're all comfy. And those two venues are Club Lake Plantation and Paradise Cove.
Yeah.
And from what I've heard, they're also not that pricey. So if you're looking for a venue, definitely recommend those two. And they're beautiful, like I said, in my first category. But hands down, like the most gorgeous venue is Bella Collina. Bella Collina is crazy. I mean, also I'm pretty sure it's a different price category, but Bella Collina is something else. I mean, it's really like
I
it blew
know.
me away when I went there.
I know. And
Yeah.
Orlando is so full of like all these amazing venues.
Yeah,
It's
those are
like,
different.
every time I visit one, I'm like, I just want to throw a party here.
I know. And the three that I just named, now that I think of it, one is like a Paradise Tiki themed place. The other one is kind of like a barn ranch country themed venue. And the third one is like a historic, like, is it like Hispanic themed? Yeah. So they're all very different. There's a lot of options in Orlando. 100%.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it. Those are good top three choices. And we're at all three of those venues a lot. So it is good when you get like a really good working relationship with the staff at all the venues. And like you said, that flow, all good. Good criterias. I like it. Okay. So you mentioned this earlier. And of course it's in your like little bio online, but a lot of people might not know you're from Russia.
Yes.
So tell us how old were you when you moved here?
I was around 9, somewhere around there. Yeah, it was a while ago.
So being born in Russia, does that culture have an influence on how you DJ? Have you ever spoken Russian while DJing? Has it ever like come into play in your career?
Yeah, I feel like cultures in general are very important to DJs, especially wedding DJs, because we get to interact with all sorts of people, all sort of cultures. So I'm very happy that I have like my own personal intake on a different culture. But yeah, I mean, I lived in Miami before this. So in Miami, there's way more Russian people than there are in Orlando. So every time I see anyone that might be Russian or I see some Russian culture, I always try to like throw myself in it. I always take every opportunity to speak Russian. I had a couple, Josh and Julie, just got married. I believe like 2-3 months ago. It was pretty recent, and they wanted to do the polka dance. Julie wanted to do the polka dance where the bride basically dances with everybody, all the guests. They take turns, and then there's this awesome like grand exit afterwards, and that was awesome for me because I was like, finally, like some Russian stuff, some Slovakian like culture. So that was awesome. I have another couple coming up in July. The groom speaks Russian, and I sent them an intro video. I'm super excited about it. I'm ready to do it. I'm ready to like text him in Russian already. Let's do it. Let's be friends. And what else? I bumped into a Russian videographer at Paradise Cove, actually, the venue that we were just talking about. His name is Demir. So we bonded as well. We were like talking Russian the whole day, and we walked up to the bride and groom at one point. We were like, "Did you know that we're both Russian? Did you plan this?" They were like, "No, we had no idea." So yeah, it's definitely fun.
Oh man, I love that.
Yeah, I definitely love it when it's part of the wedding. When I get to enjoy my culture being made part of like American society, but people like make their weddings their own. Like I said, we interact with so many people. So yeah, it's awesome.
I love it. And I know exactly what you mean. I'm Jewish and I'm from South Florida where there's more of a Jewish community than there is up here. So when I am talking to our Jewish couples and they're talking about all the traditions, I like get so excited and I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't mean to freak you out. I think this is so awesome that I did it for my wedding. I'm excited for you. Like I like geek out. So I totally know what you're talking about. It's like, wait, are you that? I'm that too.
For sure.
That's awesome. Okay, cool. Well, thank you for letting me pick your brain. It was so good for hopefully our couples and audience to get a little bit more, get to know you a little bit more, get an inside look and personal scoop on who you are and what you're about. I'm going to bring Jenny back in here for a minute. Jenny, how do you think Stasia did?
Hey, she did awesome.
10 out of 10? 11 out of 10?
Like 11 out of 10.
11 out of 10. Okay, thank you, Stasia. I'm going to pop you out of here and we'll bring you back at the end. Hey, Jenny.
Hey.
Yay. Okay, so are you ready for your questions?
I am.
Okay, yay. What is your favorite part of the wedding day?
Okay, so I have a lot of favorite parts. I know Stasia was like, oh, the dance floor. Of course, it's everyone's favorite part. But like, I mean, memory-wise and like the emotions of the whole day, I love the parent dances. I cry almost every time. When my boys get married one day, I'm going to be really upset if they don't cry when they dance with me.
Well, we know you'll be crying when you dance with them.
100%.
Okay, cool. What was the first CD you ever bought? Stasia's was Ed Sheeran.
Of course, because she's like half my age. Her answer made me laugh because like I know she's like Spotify life, I was like 15 when I bought my first CD, and it was I bought 2 CDs on the same day, and it was Boys to Men and the Alanis Morissette CD, and Jagged Little Pill. So I mean that kind of shows my age a little bit, but yeah, those are my first 2.
That's good. I love it. I think your first CD reflects a lot about your personality. I love it.
Yeah, and actually they're like 2 completely different genres. I mean, Boyz II Men is, R&B, and then Jagged Little Pill.
It's like a monumental like moment when you buy your first like physical CD. I remember my mom talking to me about it, like her first CD, like it's like a big deal for some reason. You like remember it forever.
Yeah, I was 15, so like obviously I had cassettes forever, and like, we made mixtapes, so.
Wait. What's a cassette?
Exactly. They just probably never seen one before.
Probably not.
So yeah, I, bought those CDs and then never really went back to cassettes after that.
I love it. I think everybody should comment what their first CD that they ever bought was.
Yes.
Okay, cool. What is your favorite add-on that we offer?
Oh, that was another really good one. So, I mean, I was also going to say Uplights, but Stasia said that. So if I have to pick a close second would be our photo booths. Our photo booths are just like, there's not really a lot of photo booths around like them because they do the video message. I had one for my wedding, and, the video message is a great way to like keep the memories from the night. And then also they come in different styles and stuff. So like for my wedding, I used a rose gold backdrop because my colors were like dark purple and rose gold. So there's different like options of the glitter, and like I don't know, the memories from the photo booth, and the fact that it's like customizable for whatever you want and whatever your decor is too. I really love that.
Aw, I love it. My mom just commented that her first CD was the Go-Go's.
Yes.
Mom, straight question. What was my first CD? Okay. Why did you want to become a DJ?
Oh, yay. Okay, this is a good question. So I actually have been around music all my life. I, as well as Stasia, also play the piano. I've always like sang and been in bands and choirs and everything. So I've kind of been like musical my whole life. But I was a wedding photographer for a really long time. I don't know if a lot of people know that, but that's actually how I met Kristen, the owner of our DJ Rocks. And I was like, I really want to come work for your really cool all female DJ company. So she was like, come on over, come apply. And I'm like, okay. So it was like, total opposite. I just kind of love the wedding world. And I was like, I know I want to be in events. And I was a photographer for like 14 years. And then I found DJing and now I'm hooked. Stuck.
I love it.
Kristen
I didn't
stuck.
know that you could play the piano.
Yeah, I play the piano.
I love it. Okay, so a lot of people are commenting their first CDs, and I'm definitely going to circle back at the end and read through them all. My mom is currently struggling trying to figure out which one was mine, and so far she's not right.
Alex was S Club 7.
Okay, what is the most common do not play song that your couples give you?
There's a lot of that too. So I would probably say, like, depending on their ages of the couples, I get a lot of older couples that are like, oh my God, please don't play the chicken dance. And then a lot of younger couples are like, don't play the line dances, or just even like Stasia said too, the really popular songs are like, I had a bride the other day that I want to dance with somebody. And I was like, okay, I won't play it, We're all like typical wedding. So it really just depends on the couple. Everyone's so different. Yeah. But
yeah, that's funny. That's crazy. When you get those one unique songs, those like ones that shock you.
And you're like, okay.
Okay, what is my next question for you? Oh, what do you like to do when you're not DJing?
Yay. Okay, so I married the most awesome man ever last August. And I love to spend time with him, relax with him and the kids. We like to do little staycations in the summer of like, just go to a hotel and hang out by the pool and be back home in 3 days. I would do that every weekend if I could. Weekdays, weekends I work.
Yeah. I was typing this question and I was like, we were like, oh, what do you like to do on your weekends? And I was like, wait, weekdays, because on the weekends, y'all are DJing.
We're DJing every weekend day.
I love it. What are some of your favorite venues to work at?
This is a really good question too. I have a lot of favorites, all for kind of different reasons. I'm going to have to say, probably Bella Colina is the most gorgeous. I mean, like, there's so many options. You can get married outside, inside. The Grand Lawn is beautiful. It's just a really gorgeous venue. Lake Mary Event Center, every time there's a ceremony in that rotunda, I'm like, yes, I love that rotunda. Yeah. Paradise Cove, if you want to get married on the water, is, really your only option, and it's so pretty. What else? Casa Feliz. I love that venue. There's so many. If you want like a nice little barn venue, the Mulberry's beautiful.
New Smyrna, yep.
Yes, love it. Yep.
Yay. Yeah, we're all over the place.
Yep. I have lots of favorites. Obviously, like for a DJ too, we're like, okay, what's the easiest way to load in and load out?
It's hard for that to not be a factor, right? When you're picking your favorite.
But like Stasia said, there's so many great venues in Orlando where like, we love the people that work there, or we love just the way everything is so easy. There's a lot of factors there.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so I have 2 more questions for you. The first one is, what do your kids think of your job?
So I have 4 teenagers, from 12 to 16. So they all, they think it's cool. Their mom's a DJ. We always, I'm always like, what do your friends think? Like, what do you tell your friends I'm a DJ? And they're like, yeah, they think it's cool. Like, they're like, what kind of DJ?
What kind of DJ?
I would say mostly for the kids, they'll be like, hey, have you heard this song yet? And I'll be like, yeah, I heard that song like 2 weeks ago, So they try to like catch me and be like, oh, I know a song before you. I'm like, no, you don't.
That's amazing. That's how you brushed up on all your music skills. That's how you know all the top 40.
I'm downloading new music weekly. So like, they're like, how do you know this already? It's not even on the radio yet. I'm like, oh, you're so cute.
Okay. And my last question is, I imagine that our couples I feel like they probably see you everywhere. Yeah, bridal shows, either you're answering their phone calls and then you're DJing. So like you're not only just a DJ, you're also our sales manager. What does your average week look like? How do you balance being a sales manager and being a DJ?
Okay, so I mean, average week, I hopefully am DJing every weekend. Right now, obviously, that's not happening. But normally, yeah, I'm DJing, 2 or 3 times a weekend. So I'm only in the office, 3 or 4 days a week. But yes, I am the sales manager. So I sell just like you do. Me and Jesse are in charge of like selling everything. But I would say like the most important thing is my couples. And sometimes I can have, 10 to 15 weddings in a month. So when that happens, I just make sure that, I'm keeping in contact with my couples, keeping in contact with the wedding planners. That's like the most important because I want them to feel like, I don't have 15 weddings that month. I want them to feel like they're my only couple. And, they don't have to like hunt me down. So that's the most important, I think, for me is to make sure my couples are taken care of.
I love that. And I think all of our girls do a really good job at that. I know when I was on the other end of it as a bride, before I worked here, I definitely felt like I was the only couple. I was like, oh, it's just me and our DJ Rocks. Like that's it. That's the whole bubble.
Because I'm my best friend now,
Yeah. And then I started working here and I'm like, whoa, you guys are juggling a lot of couples. But you do a really good job of giving everybody like so much care and attention that it doesn't feel like you're spread thin or doing or anything crazy like that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, so I'm going to bring Stasia back in here. If anybody has any questions, we have about 4 more minutes. I'm going to bring Stasia back in here, and then I'm going to read through everybody's first CD that they ever bought. My mom still has not guessed mine correctly, and if anyone's wondering, she's still texting me trying to figure out what it is. So Chanel says that hers was the Space Jam soundtrack.
Yes.
That's classic.
That's a really good one.
Let's see. This is my mom's blessing.
I was going to say, this is a hint for Jesse's mom. Hers was also a movie soundtrack.
Oh, that is a good hint. That is a good hint. My husband's was S Club 7. That's so fitting. Bill's was Top Gun soundtrack.
Yes, that's a good one too.
This is my mom still trying to guess which one.
Hillary Duff or Hannah Montana. I mean, she knows you.
I know. And this is my husband trolling me, knowing that that's not the right answer.
Hates Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Mom, in case you're wondering, my first CD was the Bugs Life soundtrack. So maybe not the coolest first CD ever. Kristen says her first CD was Green Day and TLC. I knew you and I were meant to be, Kristen.
That's a great, TLC, The Crazy Sexy Cool is a great CD. I had that one too.
And she said, but her first tape was New Kids on the Block.
Same.
I'm definitely too young for this.
I did have cassettes. I had the Grease soundtrack and the Little Shop of Horrors soundtrack on cassette.
Yes, I remember getting in a whole lot of trouble because I turned this really awesome jean jacket that my mom gave me and put puffy paint all over it to New Kids on the Block.
Casey says Spice Girls. Oh, by the way, I know what cassettes are, okay, Jenny?
My mom, that's my mom. She said Donnie and Marie.
That's your mom? Yay! Tim says MJ.
Yes, Tim loves
her first CD was NSYNC.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, I think that's about everything. If anybody else wants to comment, my mom is still trying to tell me it was probably Barney. If anybody else has any questions for our DJs, we are going to be back next Thursday at 7:30 with another episode of Backstage Pass featuring 2 of our other DJs. I actually can tell you who our next DJ will be. It'll be DJ Faith and DJ Chanel next week, Thursday, April 16th at 7:30. So we will see you then. Until then, connect with us on Instagram at Our DJ Rocks and on our website, ourdjrocks.com. And we will see you soon.
Yay!
Bye, guys. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you, Stasia, for joining me and letting me pick your brain.
You're welcome.